me a favor. Pick me up later.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm finally back home, so we're about to get these videos back out rolling. So in today's video, I want to give you guys some school tips, seeing that school is just around the corner for a lot of people. And if you didn't know, I'm currently going into my 3rd year of university, so I feel like I am qualified. I feel like I am sanctified, and I feel like I am rectified to give y'all some fucking tips. Let's go. By the way, I realized I didn't say this before. These are gonna be freshman tips, so this is for you guys just starting. Let's go again. So tip number 1 is to socialize and to make friends. I didn't do this. I'm pretty quiet and I like to stay by myself, but regardless, it's still a tip. Socialize and make friends. There's always going to be other first-year students. There's never going to be you alone as the first-year class. So you guys can have that in common to talk about, and you can try to look for those people and engage with them and make friends with them. And depending on where you're from and what school you go to, you're probably not going to be the only one that at that school that where you're probably not going to be the only one at the school where you're from, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is, if you're Canadian and you live in Toronto and you go to school in British Columbia, you might not be the only Torontonian there. So if you find somebody else from the same place that you're from, you guys can connect over that and build a bond. So tip number 2 is to definitely join some clubs that you're interested in. This is a great way to meet other people and again to socialize and make friends, and it also gives you something to do in your spare time. This is a tip that I actually did myself. School started in September. I joined a lot of clubs in September, and by November I was in only 1 club, and I feel like that's okay, because I feel like everybody, when there's new clubs, you always join like a bunch of clubs that you're interested in, and then like as time goes on, you kind of like pick out the clubs that you're not interested in anymore, so you're just left with the ones that you do like. And I think that's a great way and a great elimination method, and it kind of helps you just figure out what you want in a club and what you're interested in and people you want to hang out with and everything like that. My 3rd tip is geared towards more of like actual school part. So it's to find your best study method. You may already have this or you may not, and you may want to explore your study options and study tips and everything like that. For me personally, I don't like study groups. I prefer to study alone, and traditional studying I feel like is just reading things over and over again, and that doesn't work for me. What I do to study is I make little sticky notes and I stick them all around the wall in my room or wherever I am, and over the course of the days I keep looking by those things as I walk by, and I read the study notes. I read the sticky notes on the wall. Sticky notes, I should call them study notes. I really should. Anyways, let's call them study notes. So I read the study notes that I have posted up on the wall, and say by day 3 I can memorize the question and the answer perfectly. I take that sticky note off the wall because I don't need it anymore. Tip number 4 is a very, very important tip. I feel like this is not just for school, it's for a lot of other things as well, and it is to not overwork yourself. If you overwork yourself, you'll get stressed, and there's actually scientific research to prove this, that a little bit of stress is good, but once you get to a certain point of stress, it just plateaus and is very bad. Like, say this is your stress level going up and up on the graph, and as you get here you hit too much stress and you just plateau down. Stress can be good, as it can help you to keep focused and to work towards your goals, but it can be really detrimental in the end. Tip number 5 is to seriously budget your money. You want to target most of your money towards necessities like food and rent, and less towards things like liquor and clothing and just makeup and stuff that you really don't need. Because you always, I know you guys seen those memes where they're like, colleges students are very broke and a whole bunch of stuff like that, and those memes are just like, have you ever had sleep for dinner? Guys, do not let that be you, because you guys don't want to have sleep for dinner. I'm telling you guys that from now. Sleep for dinner is not fulfilling. You'd rather have bread and peanut butter. Okay, guys? So tip number 6 is not to party too hard, because you do not want to be paying a whole bunch of money to go to school and you just waste it all as like going to a party. Who wants to pay a $7,000 admission fee to a party? Think about it like that. So basically, I didn't go to any parties in my first year of school, and it's kind of like a win-lose situation, because I know some people really like to go to parties and stuff like that, and like some people think of it as like who goes to college or who goes away to university and who doesn't go to parties when they go away. But I had a roommate, my first year roommate, and all she did was party, and she just completely left out the school portion of it, and she really paid for it at the end of the school year. So don't let that be you guys. It's okay to go to parties and stuff, but find a good mix so you can go to parties and stay on top of your schoolwork at the same time. I just wanted to move the camera a little bit closer because I feel like I was kind of far away in the video. But yeah, so tip number 7 is to definitely watch your alcohol. Watch your alcohol with drinks, like physically watch them, and watch your alcohol intake, because this can be very seriously detrimental to your health. When I was away at school in my first year, there was a guy on my dorm residence floor, and he overindulged way too much, and he ended up having alcohol poisoning, and he had to be sent off to the hospital, and he spent a couple of days there. So you definitely don't want this to be you. So my 8th tip is to definitely take advantage of extra help programs. If your school doesn't have anything like this, you can definitely make your own. These would be stuff like study groups, and I say that this is important because it can definitely help you boost your marks and get a better understanding of the material. So it's like you don't really only have to learn in the class and then on your own with the textbook. Those are your only 2 options. You can also have like something in the middle where you can meet with other people or a TA or the professor himself and have him better explain the material to you one-on-one, or at least, and not if it's one-on-one, at least with like less people than like 100 people in the class. It could be like say 20 people, so you can definitely feel more comfortable if crowds are an issue for you. So yeah, I think that's an awesome tool, and I definitely took advantage of that, and I definitely did see some boosts in my mark. Sorry guys. So my 9th tip is to seriously consider making a schedule, writing down important dates, and this will help you stay organized and you'll know what's coming up, so it can help you to better plan out your time. This is a tip that I really should have taken, because in my first year I ended up missing a midterm for a class because I didn't know it was there. So definitely learn from my mistakes, and I still passed the class, thank God, but not everybody will be as lucky as I am. So definitely learn from my mistakes and write down, or if you don't want to write down, every phone has a calendar. Just write it down in your calendar and you can get alerts in it and everything, so it's there for you to use. Why not use it? And my last and final tip is the 10th tip, and this is to enjoy your time there. You can only really be in your first year of school once in your life, so this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity, a once in a lifetime chance. You want to make the best of it, right? And this can also be a foundation on your path of success later in life. And it's also one of the most important times in your life, and one of the biggest milestones you'll have in your life. And this can be where you meet a lot of amazing people, where you gain a lot of amazing intel and knowledge, and you have a lot of incredible experiences. If you're paying all this money for it, why not have fun? Why not enjoy your time there, and why not come out with something useful? Come out with your degree, come out with actual knowledge, come out with friendships, come out with knowledge of experiences. That is just my intake on it, and those are my tips for you guys. I hope that they were very useful. I'm sorry guys, I had a Anyways, so yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked any of my tips and you plan to use them, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have any tips for yourself, if you have any tips that you can create yourself that you feel like I missed in the video, please also let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, bye guys.